Hey, Redwood Bullion here with you. Just making a quick little video on Tuesday. Just a little bit of local grab that I got today that I just found. These are some Hoffman & Hoffman 1 ounce. I've never seen these before, never had them before. Pretty plain other than the alchemy sign on the front. 999s, 1981, but nice little piece to have. Not really a big fan of rounds. They kind of get annoying, all the tubes, and they take up a lot of space in comparison, but they're good to have around. I was really happy to find these for a really nice price in comparison to what all the other premiums are for just generic anything, let alone something that's would fall into the vintage category and come with an even higher premium. There's another one that came with just a little single golden statement from 1982. Cool little piece. Let's see what else came with it. And then these are some other ones of the silver trade, international silver trade units. These are some ones that I've done videos on before that I had prior, and I got some other different ones I'll have to go get, but they all just vary just a little bit. Like you'll have the same scale with a different front, or the same front with a different back. Just kind of all depends. I don't have too many of these, maybe a couple tubes worth, and they all seem to, looks like there's probably about half a dozen or so designs that just float back and forth between the front and the back depending on. This one is actually smaller than this other one. This one doesn't have a date on it. This one's from 93, but pretty much exactly the same. A little bit of variation in the scales and what's on there, or just the way that it's put together. But it is actually a little bit smaller. It's real. I had it tested on the Sigma real quick, and weight's fine and everything. But interesting that it's just a little bit. The thickness doesn't seem to be that much different. I'll have to check it with the calipers, but nice little piece. Never had one of those before. Add it to the collection. Let's see what else. And then these are the assay office one. And this is another one. I don't have too many of these. The U.S. Assay Office 1981, just the strategic reserve unit. Pretty cool just to see how it was looked at back then. I mean, this is almost over 40 years old, depending on when it was made in 81. And this is what their 10 ounce bars look like. But it's just cool to see how they looked at it back then. It says minted from U.S. Strategic Stockpile Silver. Silver trade unit. So if that tells you something, even got the TU right here for the trade unit. So had a nice little run up in the last couple of days in silver, a little bit of a pullback. I think it's what, 21.53 right now as I'm recording. I think the market's probably already closed by now. Gold's up 730 on the day, so not bad. Looks like we're definitely testing that $22 floor or resistance, bouncing up and coming back, but definitely did a little bit of ping-ponging off of it yesterday and even today. So it should be interesting the rest of the year and see what happens with it. I think we're going to stay right around in this range, probably get it up into the $23 to $25 range and hold steady till the end of the year, if I had to guess. More than likely probably end up being a little bit higher than that, I would say, just from, I mean, if everything is true and all the paper contracts that are going to come due. But still, nothing beats that sound. That's the sound you want, not the sound of paper that doesn't actually mean anything. So, but cool little pieces. Nice toning to them. It is nice to have all the stuff that comes out of these hills around here that doesn't hit the market very often, or you have to search it out or even know about it. I wouldn't even have known what to look for other than just Googling Hoffman 1 ounce rounds or whatever. It took a little digging just to even get the info that I have on these 10 ounce odd weight ones. This is 10.18 and 10.07 ounces. So I'll have to do a little more digging on them. I have seen some other random ones on eBay just out of curiosity when I've been looking, just to see kind of what these things generally are going for, just in the premiums, because I do know that the 5 ounce and through the 100 ounce bars for the Hoffman and Hoffmans are fairly rare. I don't know how rare. I haven't been able to find any mintage volumes that tells you how many they actually made. But just another nice little piece to have, you know, small little mint stuff that didn't survive or turned into a different company or got bought up. Like even this Golden State Mint 82. Where's this other one at? There's a couple other cool ones. Oh, this. And then they got these, the Southeast Refining out of Panama City, Florida. No date or anything, but actually got pretty good shine to them. They look like they've been clean, not much toning, but I think there was only like 3 or 5 of them or something like that that came with all these Hoffmans. Hoffmans are actually in pretty good shape too for being 40 plus years old. A little dinged up, a little scratched up, but about what you'd expect. Didn't come in tubes, so probably weren't kept in tubes, but they look really good for what it is. And I will say that a lot of this vintage stuff that I have for not being in tubes holds up a lot better than what the new stuff, like new Buffaloes or whatever else that are only a couple years old or just, you know, minted this year, not in tubes, pretty much almost instantly start getting milk spots within a month or two. Some of these got a couple of them, so just I don't know how they were all stored, but for 40 years, unless they were stored very, very well for all 40 of those years, they are in very, very good shape for the age of them. Got a few milk spots on these, but I got Buffaloes that are less than a year or even less than 3 years old that look way worse than this, just from even sitting in tubes, let alone sitting out of tubes. So that's pretty cool. I like the toning on these ones too. These are pretty sweet. These are the trade unit ones, just a little bit of variation. So, but yeah, just wanted to make a quick little video about these. I thought they were pretty cool. Never had them. Add them to the stack, and we'll see what happens. So you guys keep stacking.